Ben, were you rolling in shit? I don't think a white dog's supposed to look like that. Oh, you smell great, buddy.
Well, good morning. This is a very wet Canada Day morning. So happy birthday, Canada. 153 years young today. Oh man, I don't know what to do about all this water. I thought yesterday was going to be the wettest day of the year, but as it turns out, today I decided to one-up it. You probably stand in the shower yesterday for about 10 minutes and still come out drier than you would if you stood out in the rain here. So it's going to be an interesting day. Might just want to stay home, watch YouTube videos. Pretty fortunate I don't actually have to go to work today, being a holiday and all, but still got lots of chores to do. And unfortunately I won't be using the side-by-side again today, not because there's stuff in it this time, but just because it's so wet out. I don't want to take the thing out and make a bunch of ruts and tire tracks in the yard. So big move for the gypsy chicks this morning. They're gonna make that second corner and come around into the rows of trees, and they're gonna control the weeds there for us. That'll be fantastic. The layer chicks, I gotta check on those, and we'll see if there's time enough today. I might look at trying to put something together for a bit of a scarecrow, just to kind of keep those ravens away. So you might be wondering what time it is, because I'm not working today, so do I need to get up early and do chores? Well, it is actually 5:45-ish, give or take a couple minutes. I've been awake since 4 o'clock. I just couldn't sleep, so I figured I might as well get up, do some laundry, wash some dishes, and then come out and do chores. Charlotte will probably wake up around 6:30, and then we'll see, maybe I'll make some pancakes for her for Canada Day. So one thing of note, actually, we rigged up this pail waterer with, you see these little water nipples underneath here? We thought this was gonna be the bee's knees, right? I didn't have a lid for this pail, and I think it's not a big concern. I'm changing the water regularly if it gets any dust in it or whatnot. Chickens aren't gonna come up here and roost, are they? Well, when they were little, they couldn't fly up there, but now that they're bigger, but they're not completely fat, they're at that kind of adolescent phase where they're not fat enough that they still can fly. So they're getting up here, and you can see they're starting to roost on the edge of this pail here, and they're gonna poop in this water. So I gotta find a different pail today and re-drill these holes so that these guys can have fresh, clean water all the time, because if they're gonna sit up there, I'm gonna need a lid on it for sure. So if, like me, you've got today off, but you're wondering what to do because it's too wet to go anywhere or do any kind of projects, Canada Day, most of the activities have been postponed just because of the adverse weather conditions. What can we do? Fun for the whole family. Well, don't reach in that dusty old broom closet and grab the Monopoly board. I'll tell you that. There's nothing will divide a family unit quicker than that. Throw on YouTube. Go down below one of our videos, hit that subscribe button, check them all out. Maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll have a laugh. You never know. Either way, it's a win. But if you do see something you're interested in, or maybe there's a question come up, you're just not sure why we do things a certain way, throw it in the comment section below. Or maybe if you got an idea for a cool video, let me know. We'll put something together. Probably do a whole mini series on raising pigs in the rain. Got their bucket of slop here. I don't know if they're gonna have what I gave them for supper eaten up last night or not. They looked like they were pretty full when I checked on them, but we'll see if they got it eaten up. We'll give them this. If not, they can have this for supper. You know, it's kind of funny. I just walked past the house and there was a big echo come off the house, and I realized that I have to talk loud enough that the neighbors can probably hear this. They probably don't know that I'm doing like a video blog, and they think I'm just batshit crazy wandering around the yard talking to myself. So hopefully they tune in and see that I'm not just a Looney Tune. Well, looks like they cleaned up all the delicious treats from yesterday, so we'll give them this extra pail. I don't know, I try and come in here and make a bunch of noise so I don't startle them, but the last 2 times I've come in here, you get all the way up to the shelter door and then they're just like, ah! So I'll see if I can get it from a different line of sight here so they can see I'm coming, so they're not such a shock when I appear at the door.
very quiet. So if you're wondering what drives these pigs absolutely crazy and keeps them rooting through this big compost pile here, it's these mushrooms. Now, I don't know if these are good for humans to eat or not, but the pigs seem to love them. There, you can get a better look at it there. There we go. Pigs think they're delicious. They root all through this compost pile. There's tons of them in here. So that's good. Put these guys to work. Make them work for their supper too. They're all in there now, getting their breakfast. Good stuff. You might also be wondering, what does the compost pile got to do with the pigs? And what are they going to do for it? And Carmen even asked me this the other day, because there was a pile of old bedding that was laying pretty flat in there, and I forked it all up into one nice big compost pile. And she said, well, if the pigs are going to go in there and root on it and knock it all down, is that really what you want? Absolutely. That's the whole point of it. The pigs can turn the compost, and then once every week to 10 days, I can go back in there and stack it up, get that pile heated up again. And then over the week, they'll turn that pile. We'll stack it up again until it's broke down to the point where we can throw it directly in the garden. So now I just got to run over and feed the layer hens. I got to be careful on this hill. It's kind of slippery this morning. But yeah, I'm going to feed these guys between the maple trees. I tell you, there's nothing more Canadian than that. Hey, growing your own bacon and growing your own maple trees. Go get your breakfast, chickens. Well, that's morning chores all done. I'm going to go inside, make a cup of coffee, maybe some pancakes. I hope you have a fantastic Canada Day. Whatever you're doing today, do it the Canadian way. Do it with kindness. We'll talk to you later. Don't be a hoser, eh?